Marcus the Dragon Rodriguez had a reputation to maintain. At 21, he was the undisputed king of State University's delinquent scene, complete with bleached hair, a perpetually scowling face, and a leather jacket covered in patches from bands he'd gotten into fights at. So when he spotted a weird hovering drone with blinking Christmas lights outside his apartment window on Christmas Eve, his first instinct wasn't wonder, it was territorial aggression. The drone was clearly trying to deliver something to his annoying roommate's girlfriend next door, probably some stupid cutesy gift or whatever. Marcus, being the mature and rational person he was, decided the appropriate response was to grab his baseball bat and take a swing at this trespassing piece of technology. He missed. The drone dodged with surprising agility, and suddenly a robotic voice chirped. Naughty list individual detected, initiating reformation protocol. Before Marcus could process what that meant, a beam of sparkling red and green light shot out and hit him square in the chest. He felt a sensation like drinking an entire case of energy drinks mixed with getting tased, and then everything went dark. Marcus woke up Christmas morning feeling weird. Really weird. Everything felt lighter, softer, and why was his chest so heavy? He stumbled to the bathroom mirror, and what he saw made him drop his toothbrush into the toilet. Staring back at him was an incredibly cute girl with long silvery white hair, huge emerald eyes, and actual fuzzy cat ears twitching on top of her head. His head. Her head. This was bad. The worst part wasn't even the transformation itself. It was the sudden, overwhelming, completely involuntary urge to smile and wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Marcus tried to scowl, his signature move, but his new face kept defaulting to this annoyingly cheerful expression. He attempted to say something threatening, but what came out was, "Gosh, I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season." He slapped his hand over his mouth in horror. A note materialized in sparkly letters on his bathroom mirror. Dear Naughty List individual Marcus Rodriguez, you have been selected for the Santa Claus Reformation program after accumulating 847 naughty points in the past year, alone including but not limited to starting 6-bar fights, cheating on 3 exams, stealing your professor's lunch 17 times, and that incident with the dean's motorcycle. You will remain in your current reformed state until you accumulate enough genuine nice list points to balance your karma by December 31st at 11:59 p.m. Good luck. P.S. The cat ears are non-negotiable. They're a tracking device. Marcus tried to punch the mirror, but his new body automatically performed a cute little curtsy instead. He was going to find Sana and kick his jolly behind. The immediate problem was that winter break had just started, which meant he was stuck on campus with almost nobody around except the international students and people who had nowhere else to go, which included his childhood best friend Tyler Chen, who lived in the same apartment complex and had decided to stay for break to work on his thesis. Tyler was the worst possible person for this situation because he was observant, annoyingly persistent, and had known Marcus since they were both in diapers. Marcus tried to hide in his apartment for the first day, but the compulsive cheer was driving him insane. Every time he tried to watch TV or play video games, he felt this overwhelming urge to go outside and do something nice for someone. It was like an itch in his brain that wouldn't stop until he acted on it. Finally, he couldn't take it anymore. He put on the baggiest clothes he could find, which unfortunately still looked oddly fashionable on his new body, and ventured outside. The cat ears he tried to hide under a beanie, but they kept popping out. Within 5 minutes, he ran into Tyler coming back from the library. Tyler stopped dead in his tracks, staring at him with his mouth open. Hi, Marcus said, trying to pitch his voice lower and failing miserably. It came out as a melodic, cheerful soprano. I'm Mary Rodriguez. Marcus's cousin, from out of town, here for the holidays. Merry Christmas. Why did he keep saying Merry Christmas to everyone? Tyler's eyes narrowed suspiciously. Marcus doesn't have a cousin named Mary. He's mentioned his entire family tree during our drunk conversations. Also, you have his exact same scar on your left eyebrow from when he tried to fight a mailbox in 8th grade. Marcus felt panic rising. That's a very common scar. Lots of people have eyebrow scars. I have to go spread holiday cheer now, bye. He literally couldn't control his legs as they carried him away toward the campus coffee shop, leaving a very confused Tyler behind. The compulsion to do good deeds was getting stronger. Marcus found himself at the university coffee shop where the tired barista was clearly having a rough day. Before he could stop himself, Marcus was complimenting her latte art, helping clean up a spill, and leaving a massive tip from his wallet. The barista smiled at him and said, "Thanks so much. You just made my day better." Marcus felt a little ping of warmth in his chest and saw a faint sparkle in the air. One nice point, apparently. At this rate, he'd need to save 1,000 orphanages to break this curse by New Year's. The problem was his personality kept sabotaging him. Later that day, he saw some guy harassing a student in the library parking lot. The compulsion demanded he help, but Marcus's natural instinct was to solve problems with his fists. He marched over, ready to throw down, but his new body had other ideas. Instead of landing a punch, he somehow ended up doing a magical girl-style spinning kick that sent the harasser running while sparkles and holly leaves appeared in the air around him. The student he'd saved thanked him profusely, giving him more nice points, but Marcus was having an existential crisis. Did good deeds even count if they came with sparkles and involuntary cheerfulness? Tyler, of course, had witnessed the entire thing from his car. He cornered Marcus outside the library. "Okay, Mary, or whoever you are, you fight exactly like Marcus. You have his scar, you're living in his apartment, you're wearing his favorite band shirt, and I just saw you do some kind of anime Christmas magic. What's going on?" Marcus wanted to tell him the truth, but his Sundar pride kicked in. It's not like I'm your stupid friend or anything. Maybe I just have similar taste." And that wasn't magic. It was special effects for a video that you can't see because it's private. Tyler crossed his arms. "You even argue like him. Also, your cat ears are showing again." Marcus spent the next few days in a constant battle between his compulsive need to spread joy and his natural inclination to be a grumpy jerk. He helped an elderly professor carry groceries, but complained loudly the entire time about how heavy they were and how this was stupid. Nice points awarded, but reduced for bad attitude. He volunteered at the campus food bank, but kept making sarcastic comments about the canned vegetables. Nice points awarded, then partially revoked. He saved a cat from a tree, but told the cat it was an idiot for climbing up there in the first place. The cat hissed at him, no points awarded. Marcus finally broke down on December 30th. He'd spent 6 days being aggressively helpful while maintaining his bad attitude, and he'd barely made a dent in his naughty points deficit. The curse was going to be permanent at this rate. He sat on a bench in the snow, his cat ears drooping sadly, and Tyler sat next to him. "Fine," Marcus muttered. "It's me. I'm Marcus. I got hit by Santa's Reformation beam because apparently I'm a huge jerk, and now I'm stuck like this unless I can be genuinely nice before New Year's. But I don't know how to be nice without being sarcastic about it because being vulnerable is terrifying, and I've spent my whole life being tough, and now I'm a cute cat girl who sparkles when she helps people, and I hate everything." He realized he was crying, which made him even more frustrated. Tyler was quiet for a moment, then said, "You helped me move into my apartment when everyone else bailed. You scared off those guys who were bothering me at that party sophomore year. You pretend to hate my cooking, but you always eat it. You're not actually a bad person, Marcus. You're just bad at admitting you care about stuff." Marcus sniffled, his cat ears perking up slightly. "That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Obviously, I did those things because he couldn't finish the sentence, because he cared, because Tyler was important to him, because despite his reputation, he did actually want to help people. He just buried it under layers of attitude and leather jackets. On December 31st at 11:30 p.m., Marcus made a decision. He found Tyler at the New Year's Eve party in the student union and said, without sarcasm, without attitude, "Thank you for being my friend, even though I'm a disaster of a person. You're important to me, and I'm sorry I'm bad at showing it." Tyler smiled and hugged him. "You're welcome, you idiot." At 11:59 p.m., Marcus felt a warm sensation spread through his body. The cat ears glowed and then dissolved into sparkles. When the clock struck midnight, he was back to his normal body, standing in the middle of the party with Tyler's arms still around him. A note appeared in his hand. "Congratulations on making the nice list. Your genuine moment of emotional vulnerability and friendship was worth 850 nice points." Marcus grinned his old cocky grin. Some things never changed.